Hey guys, thanks for checking out the channel again. My name is Greg if you have not met me before, and today I am going to do a little bit of a different type of video where I want to share some thoughts on purchasing and upgrading gear. This could be anything from software, plugins, computer components, guitar pedal board stuff, really anything in general, but I have experience in music production stuff, so I feel like I'm going to talk about this a little bit more practically. So I got this idea because Native Instruments obviously is releasing Complete 13. Strymon just released a reverb pedal, and if you're a computer person like I am, NVIDIA just released 3000 series graphics cards. So these are all things you could buy, and a lot of people will stand in line to do so. So that being said, I'm not a financial advisor. Use at your own discretion, but let's get some comments going in the comment section below, and let's just have some conversations about this. So my first thought is, should you spend money that you don't have? Take out a loan, or basically spend money, with the hopes of paying it off eventually. My actually first thought is maybe. It depends if you're a hobbyist or doing this for fun and you enjoy it and you like having music production stuff, but you're not producing income from it. It is a hobby. Now, I want to say that very lovingly because I love to do music production and I have a lot of other hobbies like some video games and stuff, but I'm not producing income from playing video games. Therefore, buying stuff to support video games is a hobby. Now, if I'm a business owner and I have maybe a freelance audio engineering business, or I'm a freelance session musician, buying something is technically an investment because you are using it with the intention to create income over time. Now, that being said in itself, it's up to you. You can have discretion and use your own common sense to decide, is this a business purchase or not? It doesn't need to be a business purchase. If you have extra money, it's your money. You can do what you want. I'm a fan of not spending money if you don't have it. So music's cool, but debt makes it less cool. So anyway, point number 2 I have is don't upgrade things until you fully utilize what you already have. So I use Logic Pro for music production, obviously, and I would be out of my mind to spend $1,000 on plugins, specifically like EQs and compressors and stuff, like vintage replicas of stuff, if I don't even know how to use it. Like that's not a good investment. That's just buying more stuff. And realistically, it's not even an upgrade. It's just, like I said, buying more stuff. For me personally, I find myself flipping through presets of plugins much more than I would ever be creating music. And that was one of the things I love about making music 10 years ago, is because I didn't know what anything was. I was just making music and it was more creative. One specific example I have about doing this is a Waves plugin called F6. It is a multi-band compressor and EQ. And I think that was a game changer for me because I had been using the stock EQ in Logic, and eventually I just ran out of use for it. I needed more bands to EQ with, or I'd have to be stacking plugins, which adds latency and all these other things in there. But for the most part, I found myself upgrading to a different type of EQ. But I had been doing it, and I had been actually creating a source of income from mixing. So it didn't make a whole lot of sense before then. But as soon as money started coming in, quite honestly, it was because COVID started and I was mixing freelance for some friends and it was producing income, and that justified the upgrade. Now, for pedals and stuff, if you're starting off from scratch, it would be kind of ridiculous to go and spend $1,000 on things you don't really need. Like, for instance, I started with a Boss RV5 pedal just because it did everything I needed to back then, and realistically, the Big Sky, Blue Sky, whatever was available whenever I first started buying pedals, it was a difficult thing to justify. So I used an RV5 for years, and I know plenty of guitarists that still use that specific pedal today because it works. So why would you change something that works unless you have a need or the desire to just expand what you're doing? So point number 2 is pretty simple. Don't upgrade things if you don't use what you already have. And the third point, it's not really a tip or anything. It's just, should you download a free trial, or should you, be a pirate? And my firm response would be download a free trial if they allow you to, but don't steal anything. So that's always going to be my stance on that. When you buy a plugin or a pedal, you're not just buying the thing that makes sound different. You're not just buying the processing that it does. You are buying the inspiration and the creativity that pedal or plugin can provide. So essentially, when you buy that license and install it in your computer, you are buying the extra inspiration and creativity that that thing would allow you to use. So if I buy a new delay pedal and it changes how I play guitar, that is not just buying a pedal. It's buying something like it's inspiring me to play guitar differently. So that is something that is a really non-negotiable, and it's kind of like an international crime to like steal software. So just don't do it. It's not cool, and it kind of slowly kills the industry. All right, that's 3 thoughts that I have. Obviously, don't spend money you don't have. Don't upgrade things until you use what you currently have, and don't steal. Those are all pretty easy. If you have any thoughts on this, let's start some conversations. I'd love to have some discussion on this. If you find this video simple but informative, don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this. And yeah, thanks for watching the video. I appreciate it.